big poppin'. Money in the bank coming, dropping a deposit. Having it my way, so I got these bitches watching. Steady getting to it, couldn't fit it in my pocket. Flexing everything, baby, tell me big poppin'. Money in the bank coming, dropping a deposit. Having it my way, so I got these bitches watching. Steady getting to it, couldn't fit it in my pocket. Flexing everything, baby, tell me what to tap it.
What's poppin', everybody? Welcome back to the bar. It's your favorite goss and doc tender, that girl Henny. And I'm going to go ahead and toot my own horn and say your favorite independent investigative journalist. Yes, I am going down that road. And today, I know y'all see the title. And if you were on my IG live, you know that I am sitting up here and I am telling y'all that first of all, I've been paying attention to this case. I've been watching a lot of people who have been at the courtroom, like Neek at Night. Shout out to her. Shout out to Queen Sheba Darling. And shout out to Mel from Watching the World 777. These are the three people that I know of that definitely cover their cases like no other. Okay. I was with them at the Diddy trial. I know how they pay attention to everything from having conversations with them. So I trust them. They are trusted to me when it comes down to covering these cases and stuff. Baby, that's who I tune into if I can't be there myself. Now, it's been a lot of discrepancies in this case with Karmelo Anthony. And the biggest thing that we had was we were asking for these videos. We were asking for the evidence to come out. We were crying foul because it was foul that this information was not made readily available for us following the trial, if not the next day, the day after. So after, I'm going to say, public outcry and backlash, Collin County Judge Roach finally decided to put out the information that was used at trial. Okay. And one of the first videos that I saw was the video that the gallery saw. And the video that the gallery saw, it's very obvious to me after playing around with this video, trying to see how I could get closer to see what's going on, because I really wanted to see what's going on in this case. And so after zooming in myself, I realized the video that they saw in the courtroom was a zoomed in version of the 4K video that they showed to the jury. Now, my problem with that is it's not clear because it's blurry, right? The second problem I have is the 4K video that they showed to the jury does not give you an up close and personal look at everything. Instead, you had, I believe it was said, the technician who enhanced the video telling everyone what the video was about, what was going on in the video. And my problem with that is when people don't know what they're looking at, when you can't put two and two together for yourself, it's very easy. The power of suggestion is very easy here. Okay, they're going to tell you what you're looking at because you can't see it. Now, for me, I've looked at both versions of the video, and I'm sorry, I do not come up with beyond a reasonable doubt this was intentional. Okay, these are my independent thoughts. These have nothing to do with anyone else. Okay, sorry, y'all. So last night, I had watched that video. And something I guess you could say in my spirit just kept saying something wasn't right. So I went back to watch the video. Now, I know that I said I was going live at 6 o'clock and we're live way before 6. We're like 4 or 5 minutes ahead of that time. But I really wanted to get this information out here. I don't know if anybody else has noticed it. I have not watched anybody else's video analogies, breakdowns. I started watching the one that Mel and Ratchet TV were doing yesterday, but I said, nope. I don't want anybody else's thoughts in my head. I want to do an analogy of this on my own. Because when I first saw it the first night, I said, I don't see nothing. I see a push and a shove, and that's it. Henny Glasses in the chat, if that's all you saw as well, was a push and a shove, and that was it. Because I didn't see a stabbing motion. I didn't see any of that. I was expecting us to get an up close and personal view of this. Do you know if they played the video more than once in court? I do not know if they played the video more than once in court, but what I am going to say to you is I'm very surprised that the jury did not ask to watch the video. Because now I don't know if the jury is able to take the video in the back because it's evidence and be able to rewind it and pause it, rewind it and pause it. And I see a couple of y'all putting the butterflies and seeing the Henny glasses, and y'all are saying, but could barely see that. Right. You could barely see the push and the shove off of the first initial looking at. Oh, finally the freaking thing turned on. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, God. Thank you to the Most High God. It turned on. It turned on, y'all. It turned on, y'all. Oh, thank you, God. Thank you to the ancestors. Thank you. Because, baby, I want y'all to see this video. Okay, I guess I got to let it charge a bit. I'm doing too much. So, I don't remember where I was because I just got excited. So bear with me if I'm not in place with what I was saying prior to being interrupted by the phone turning on finally. Okay, yeah, this is really bad. This is a really bad blurred video, but you still gonna see. All right, so I don't know what it was, but my spirit was stirring. Something just did not sit right with me. And when I did the live about the body cam videos and I read the police reports, there was a lot of distractions going on in the chat. And so I didn't hear, listening to the speakers through my computer, I didn't hear everything that Karmelo said. But Karmelo basically did say the things that the police officer said he said in the police report. So I have to come back and I have to let y'all know that. I put my headphones in, turn the volume all the way up, push them into my ears so I could hear him because he's low. And he did say the things that they said. The only thing that he did not say, and if you go back to the police report video that I did, he never said, I'm guilty. He never said, I'm guilty. He never said, I'm guilty. He never said that. He said, I was protecting myself. He said, I know how this goes. I'm not alleged. He said, he put his hands on me and I told him not to. He asked if that was self-defense. He asked if Austin was going to be okay. Those are the things that I heard him say with my own two ears. So I'm not lying to y'all. Y'all know I'm not going to lie to y'all, not intentionally. So he did say these things. And unfortunately for him, he said them. Okay. Like Calvin Johnson said last night, had Karmelo never said anything at all, they would have had to Mirandize him. They would have had to take him to the station. He would have had to have been interrogated. He would have had to get a lawyer at that time. But you cannot expect a 17-year-old who's never been in trouble before, whose parents seem like they've never been in trouble before either, which, by the way, the father that's with the mother is the stepfather because the real father is in Louisiana. The biological father is in Louisiana, to my understanding from what I've gathered. But the stepfather and the mother seem like they've never been in trouble a day in their life. They lived in Collin County. Collin County is an affluent neighborhood. So all of this that people are talking about, they wanted to live a lap of luxury and all of that. I'm sorry. After doing some investigation on this family, they've had to move 8 times allegedly because they kept getting doxxed and people kept coming to their house. Allegedly, the people in the community, the white people in the community that wanted vigilante justice was looking for Karmelo's vehicle as well. The family eventually moved to a gated community. Moving 8 times costs money. Now, I don't know what else they did with their money, and I'm not here to get into all of that because if they misappropriated those funds for that baby, woe unto them is all I'm going to say. May the Most High God have mercy on your soul if that's what you did. Because we don't know. We don't know. But that's not why we're here today. Why we're here today. Let me see which one I want to put up. Let me go here first because I can zoom in and out of this video. So this video is uploaded to, I guess you could say, unlisted in my archives over here on the channel. So let me get my screen situated for myself so I can see it. Let me make this screen bigger. Oh, no, I can't do that because I need to zoom. Now, according to this screen right here, we see a timer. Now, I'm not going to get into what time Karmelo arrived and what time the Metcalf boys arrived because I'm not here for all of that. I'm here because I want you guys to see. I want to see if y'all see what I see. Okay? So now, wait a minute. Before we get into this video, let me just fast forward just a little bit, okay? Or let me put it on speed for y'all for a little bit. Because this right here, these are not the Metcalf boys walking up. And I know that there's people out there that are saying that's the Metcalf twins and their friends walking up to the tent. That's not them walking up to the tent. They're already under the tent, to my understanding. I could be wrong. But to my understanding, they were already under said tent and they're in the back. Okay. To my understanding, this is Hunter. I don't know who this is right here. Okay. Let's zoom in. Let's zoom in. Let's zoom in. And I can get closer. It's just the closer I get, the blurrier it gets. So Karmelo is sitting down back here. And now you see other boys coming around. You got Austin sitting right here. This is Austin. Can you see my cursor? Can you guys see my cursor on the screen? Let me know if y'all see my cursor on the screen. This is very blurry, but can you see my cursor on the screen? Thank you, Blue Phoenix. I appreciate that. Yes, you can see my cursor. Okay, over here is where my cursor is. Follow my cursor. Austin is sitting down right here. This is Hunter. This might be Eddie Para sitting right here. But I see another person right here that's turned around on the bleachers looking. So that's possibly Eddie, another person, Hunter, Austin sitting down. And then there's another person here and there's a person standing up here. Remember, Karmelo is sitting behind the crowd. He's behind the crowd. All right. Now let's continue. You can see that there is movement that is going on. There's movement going on back here. That looks like Karmelo to me. Let me go back. This looks like there's something going on back here. Let me go back. Look. There's something going on back here. We don't know what's going on because we can't see. Okay? But there's movement going on back here. All right? Now, these boys are back here for a long period of time. We don't know what's being said. We don't know what's happening. Henny, you've seen the video on Fox 4 that Mel was talking about. I found it, and it looks like it highlights the boys throughout the video as well. Can you please inbox that to me on Instagram to my That Girl Henny Reviews page, Jessica? Can't make nobody out. That's what Colleen said. But what I do know is this is a Metcalf boy. Now, everybody thought this was Austin, but I no longer believe that that is Austin. Okay? I'm going to let this video play out till the girl in the yellow poncho shows up under the tent. After she shows up, we're going to switch to a video where I've zoomed all the way in. And it's very blurry, but I'm pointing out to you what I see. And I'm going to let you know what I see. And I want you guys to let me know if you see what I see. Okay? All right, Jessica, let me see, because I need to make sure that whatever video you just sent me has what I need to see in there. Let's see. This looks like the same video. This is the same video. It might be a little bit different. Okay, so let me come over here for a second. All right, so you can see there's the Metcalf boys. Now, this is the push and the shove that everybody sees. I need to go back. Where's the poncho girl? The poncho girl is there. All right. All right. Pay attention to back here. Did I go right there? Did you see that? All right. You know what? No. Let me not even do this. Hold on. I'm going to go to my video. Because my video, I have it marked. I have it marked. Okay. This is my video. All right. Now it's very blurry, but this is who everybody has been paying attention to. But that's not who everyone should be paying attention to. They think that that's Austin. That is not Austin Metcalf, in my humble opinion. Look there. Did you see that? Let me go back. Pay attention. Right here in this blurred image, you see a black sweatshirt, and that looks like a white sweatshirt. Remember, it was said that Austin used a lineman's drill, which is where they scoop the person up off the ground. In my opinion, again, in my opinion, it looks like Austin did the lineman's drill to Karmelo, scooped him up, and they went over here. This is them here. Let me rewind it so you guys see it. And I have a video that gives you further out. So we're going to look here first, and then we're going to go further out. Pay attention. Boom. Now you see the guy in the blue. You see, I'm rewinding. You see the guy in the blue right here. We're going to go back. They come tumbling out. Slow motion. The guy in the blue, it's a big blue black blur right here. Okay? It looks like an altercation right there. So while everybody is paying attention to this push and this shove, this went on right here. And I think this is the altercation between Karmelo and Austin. And Austin doesn't move. He doesn't move from this spot. He doesn't move. Karmelo is over here. Look, now you get a push and a push and a push, and Karmelo pops out the back of the damn tent. Let me go back because I'm adjusting my circle. That's where he was hit by multiple people. That right there that we've all been paying attention to, you see it. This person and this person here, and possibly a person. You look. That back in that fourth, and then Karmelo pops out, and he's gonna appear up here. There's more than one person that put their hands on Karmelo after. This is what I see. So I'm playing it for you from the beginning. This is Austin and Karmelo in the tussle. Okay? Austin must be stabbed at this point. Karmelo goes over here. Bang, bang, bang. He pops out at the top of the tent. Austin tries to follow suit and falls. Do y'all see that? Again, Austin tries to pursue and falls down the bleachers. Are y'all seeing what I see? Let's go back again. This is who, and I'm going to just drag the cursor through. Everyone thought this. Everyone thought this. I'm sorry, Smoked Out. My phone wasn't coming back on. You could ask the people in the chat. My phone wasn't coming back on, so I couldn't text you. Everyone thought this was Austin. That's Hunter. Now, let me go to the video that I have. I'm going to play this video one more time for y'all, and then we're going to go to the video where you actually see what happens before Hunter pops out from this side. So let me play it again. This is Austin. It's Hunter, not Austin, where this red arrow is. That's Austin. He's got his arm on this dude next to him. Boom. Austin and Karmelo pop out right there. That's the altercation. I'm willing to bet my money on it. That's the altercation. Austin is stabbed. Karmelo is trying to get away. You see 2 to 3 dudes putting hands on Karmelo, and he runs up the back of the tent. But like I said, what lets me know that was Hunter, and where Hunter and Austin was is because right here, Austin tries to run after Karmelo and falls down the bleachers. I am no longer saying that he was not assaulted by multiple people, because that push, that back and forth that we see, that's at the very least, 2 additional people. And you know what else? I'm willing to bet my money on it that the dude that's pushing or punching along with Hunter is Eddie Parra. I'm willing to put my money on it, because where's Eddie Parra? Didn't Eddie invite him into that tent? Isn't that what everybody has testified? Isn't that what was testified to? That Eddie Parra introduced him into the tent? Oh, all right. Oh, all right. Let me go here. Let's go to this video here. Let's go here. All right. This is what's going on ahead of that time. You see Hunter and Austin Metcalf. And I'm willing to bet this is Eddie Parra, because he's sitting down. And Karmelo is over here. And you see the Metcalf. Wait a minute. Hold on. Whoa. I'm sorry. Hold on. Let's go back. We got to go back to where the movement happens before I jump ahead. All right. Hunter is here. Austin is here. I believe this to be Eddie Parra sitting over here. Karmelo is behind them. This is what's going on. And you see everybody's attention is to the back of the tent right now. Everybody's attention is at the back of the tent. So whatever is being said has drawn everyone's attention. Now, remember, this is Austin. Now, there's something. Okay. Hold on. Did they loop this? Because I need the whole thing. Let me go back. All right. Because you're going to see where Hunter disappears over here. I hope this is enough right here. If not, I'll go pull the whole damn video and we'll do it again. Because I want everybody to see this, because I know what I'm seeing. And yes, I had my glasses on when I was watching this. All right. Again, Hunter. Austin is right here. Okay. Austin goes behind. Austin is in the back over here. Did you see him? Let me go back so y'all can see it. He's behind the brother. Boom, here they come. Austin stays here. Karmelo makes movement. He goes over to the other side. There he goes. And here's a him. Karmelo pops out. Did y'all see it? Without me circling it. Do y'all see it? And how I know that is Austin, again, is because Austin tumbles. That figure tumbles down the bleachers. Now, as far as the brother chasing after him, the brother did not chase after him. The brother did, in fact, go over there to his brother. All right? I'm going to rewind it. So that is not Karmelo. When we see that move, that big motion in the back of the tent, that's not Karmelo and Austin. That's Hunter. And I'm willing to bet you it's Eddie Parra. Okay, now Austin is behind Hunter. He's blocking the view. You can't see him, but you can kind of boom. Here is Austin, and here is Karmelo tussling. You see Austin stand up, and you see him bend over a little bit. That's what it looks like. And then you see Karmelo back there. Bang, bang, bang. It's the back. I'm sorry. Let me go back because my sound went out. So you have the motion that happens. Bum, bum, bum. Karmelo's in the back. He pauses. Did you see him? When he goes up the steps, and I can actually zoom out for this. When he goes up the steps, he stops for a second and looks back. Look, he looks back, takes off running. Where is Hunter? Over here. Where is Austin? Over here. These are other track mates. Y'all still can't hear me? Now, this is the view that the jury saw. Now, let me ask you this. If you're on the jury, and this is what you see, right? This is your view. You tell me if you see everything that I just saw and y'all just saw. Let's look at it. Did y'all see everything? Let's go back. Can y'all see this clearly as a juror? You can't give me beyond a reasonable doubt. It's tiny. You see that big motion, but you didn't see the little motion that we saw. There goes Karmelo running. There goes somebody else running. He pushed the garbage can. I don't know. Y'all say he threw something. I don't know. I was paying attention to Karmelo and where he was going. Now, Slave Music, very interesting name, says, so why did Karmelo himself say twice, I told him not to put his hands on me? Karmelo said it once. He said it once in the body cam. Why would you say that? Because he stabbed somebody. Somebody got hurt. That's why that last glance is important. That last glance that I just said, he knows that something happened. He said it once. You want me to play that video for you? Because I have it. He said it once. And if it was intentional, Karmelo would have never asked if he was going to be okay. If you intentionally stab someone, let me ask just this of the people that are here in the live. If you intentionally stab somebody, are you going to ask if they're going to be okay? If your intention was to murder them? If your intention was to cause great bodily harm, are you going to care about whether or not they're going to be okay? Karmelo asked, is he going to be okay? That statement in itself shows that there was no intent. What I hate, he said it once. Now, I'm not about to be trolled by you, especially by somebody who has a name like Slave Music. I'm not about to be trolled by you, ma'am, sir, ma'am, okay? I'm not about to be trolled by you. He said it once. When they were walking him to the car, he said it once. What he said twice were statements about it being self-defense. He said, I was protecting myself. That's the other statement he made. He said, he put his hands on me and I told him not to. He said, that's self-defense, right? He said, I know how this goes. I'm not alleged. Here come the clowns, y'all. Here come the clowns, y'all. Are you talking to me, BGH? Let me see what y'all are saying. You know what? Let me just see what y'all are saying. I don't know who you're talking to. I don't know if you're talking to me. I don't know if you're talking about the video. I don't know, but please clarify who you're talking to. Nope, I'm not going to be there when the cops get there. That's another good point. Karmelo had ample opportunity to keep on running right on out that stadium, regardless to track stars on his track team members on his tail or not. He had ample opportunity to exit that stadium. As a matter of fact, he ran past an exit. So if he was trying to get away, he could have gotten away. He didn't. Exactly. He's 17. He's never been in trouble. He's never dealt with the law before. He doesn't know the proper procedure and protocol because that's not what he's been about. He thinks he's doing the right thing, and he's not. And it's not right. And it's not to say other people didn't put their hands on him, because clearly we see it. Exactly. Which is why I have to double down on saying that he was not jumped, because once I looked at this video and really zoomed in, I said, okay, you know what? Regardless to how blurry it is, regardless to what, I'm going to laser focus on this, and I really want to see what's going on. And I paid very close attention to everything. And I said, wait a minute. What was that? And I kept going back and I kept going back. And I saw that blur that happened right before. Then I zoomed out and I watched again. And that's when I saw this. And that's how I came to the conclusion that, holy shit, more than one person did touch him. But he got into an altercation, a major altercation with Austin. And I do believe that when Austin went in for that lineman's drill, Austin at 220 semi-pounds, His weight played a part in how deep that knife went. Do you know how much force would have had to been used by Karmelo Anthony to make the gaping hole in his chest that we saw? And you can't make that type of an imprint from a seated position. And you for damn sure can't make that type of an imprint when somebody has lineman drilled you, because your hands ain't free. I'm unable to watch, but I'm listening. I suspect the bullies knew he had a knife and tried to rush him all at once. Hunter caught a stray and was never a target. Great forensic work. Thank you, but there's only Austin that rushed him. He needs a good defense team. If they grant him another appeal, I actually absolutely agree with you. Is going to get him life. He's not getting life. Who are you? Oh, hold on. I know I'm not seeing what I think I'm seeing. Wait a minute. Ma'am, I'm not, ma'am. Why don't I see you on my phone? Did somebody already remove slave music out of here? Because I don't see you in my chat on my phone. That's all right, because you on my screen. Y'all, slave music is a white woman with the name slave music. Ma'am, get your funky. Anyway, sure did. That fall absolutely likely aggravated it. Right. I think that it kept him safe in the immediate situation. I understand why he did that. And I'm grateful that he done regardless of the current situation. Child, ain't nobody paying him. Yes, he was 100 pounds heavier than Karmelo and 7 inches taller than him. Both of them. If I come rushing at you and you pull out a weapon while I'm rushing you and I go into that weapon, if you notice, I'll play it again. But if you notice, after the whole turn him around situation, Austin doesn't move. He's standing still. And when he does go to try to move, he falls backwards down the bleachers. What I can't understand for the life of me is how come this, I'm an average everyday person. I'm an everyday citizen. How didn't the forensics team, who gets paid the big bucks, who went to school for this shit, didn't put that together? And I'm willing to guarantee you that the only thing that everybody focused on was the big motion in the back. And what they didn't tell you was Karmelo was not dressed in black. Karmelo was dressed in gray. And Karmelo was in between the two people who looked like they were swinging and shoving, grabbing and pulling at him. So I'm sorry, not sorry. That's what this video shows me. I agree. Now, a lot of people want to run this whole thing of he had no business bringing a knife to school, and we want to set a precedence that just because somebody pushes you, that doesn't give you the right to stab them. How about we set a precedence that just because you don't like somebody or somebody doesn't agree with you, or you ask someone to leave and they say they're not, that doesn't give you the right to shove them. Because just like people are pointing out so many things that Karmelo could have done, Oh, he could have ran and got somebody. How the hell was he running to go get anybody when they were basically surrounding him? How about we ask, why didn't any of those other children who were underneath the tent, why didn't they go get an adult? Because all of them were tuned into the drama. Let's go back and roll that beautiful bean footage. Let's roll the beautiful bean footage again. Hold on. Hold on. Let's roll the beautiful bean footage again. And let's look. Let's look at all the children. Y'all see all these children underneath this damn tent? Why didn't anybody go and get a coach? Now, this guy in the white t-shirt, he sees what's going on, and watch, as soon as Hunter makes his move towards Karmelo, watch him disappear. See there? That he left. Everybody scatters when Austin falls down the bleachers. But why are we not saying, why didn't any of these kids under this tent, why didn't anyone walking by, the passerbyers, why didn't they go get a coach? Most importantly, we listened to the coaches talk about how and where they were when this situation was going down. One coach said he went to go get a crock pot. I'm sorry. Why do you need a crock pot at a track meet? It couldn't wait till after. It was testified that usually the kids are not left unattended underneath the tent because it's co-ed. And they leave their personal belongings back there. So there's always someone in the tent. Well, I guess that's not true, that somebody is always in the tent, because there was no adult supervision. Just like we can say there were things that Karmelo could have done differently, there were things that Austin, Hunter, hell, Eddie Parra, every one of those kids that got up there and testified, there was something that everyone could have done differently that day. But the fact of the matter is, we can't go back in history and erase what was done. But what we can do is examine what is in front of us right now. That's what we could do. And what's in front of us right now is the fact that our attention has been on the wrong portion of the video. That the attack, the assault, the incident, the fight, whatever you want to call it, took place prior to where we're told to look. And I'm feeling some type of way that we're being told, look at this right here. But we don't look at all of that. For those who are just now coming in, let me explain what's going on. So, as I have been reviewing the Carmelo Anthony video, I noticed that there was a little bit of a discrepancy, or a huge discrepancy, in some of the timeline we've seen going on underneath this tent. Is this the one that has the red markers on it? Yes, it is. So if you just now came in, or you want me to go over it again, you want to screen record it, you can. So let's get into this. Now, again, I zoomed in as much as I could. I cropped it, I zoomed it, because I wanted to see what was going on. Now, I could not enhance it. I couldn't enhance it. I tried, but it didn't work. So I left it alone. We're going to pay attention to this right here. Now, what I don't have in this specific video, do I have it edited someplace else? I might have it edited someplace else. Let me see. I might have it edited someplace else. Okay, I do have another video edited. All right, let me go ahead and let me download this real quick. That's a good question, Miss Sean. She said, "Where was security?" I have no idea. They didn't get a coach because they were following coaches' instigations, in my opinion. Mighty funny. No adults were around at the time. They don't hold they kids accountable or teach them respect. That's why they always unaliven them. Don't know what you're talking about, but don't come in here on no time. And I'm not in the mood today. From me, if you put your hands on me and I don't want your hands on me, I'm going to do everything in my power to make sure you don't do it again. The justice system failed this baby. Absolutely. Why didn't he ask his guests to leave? Because Eddie is acting as if he doesn't know Karmelo. I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna cry so bad because you're asking me about breakfast burgers and calling me fat. Somebody just asked me how many breakfast burgers I had for breakfast. Why are they trying to be funny? Because that's all they got. I don't give a shit. Anyway, back to what we're talking about. Fuck them. All right. So we've already established. Let me see. Let me open it. Does this have the red markings? This does. Okay. Let me give you this video because I think this video is better. Y'all ready? All right. Okay. All right. So here we go. Now, in this video, I point out where Austin is. So Austin is here. Hunter is here. All right. Yeah, see, here comes the girl in the yellow poncho. So now you have Austin, Hunter, I believe Eddie Parra. Like I said, this is blurred very bad. But y'all are going to be able to see. You're going to see Austin disappear behind Hunter. And then you're going to see two blur visions coming out from over here behind everybody. Let me see if I could get us there. Okay. So now you have Hunter. Pay attention. This is where the incident happened. This is really zoomed in bad. Got Hunter who disappeared. I mean, Austin who disappeared behind Hunter right there. You see that? There's Austin. He's going to disappear behind his brother. You see, he's not in the frame anymore. When the red circle comes out, you're going to see two right there. Two people. Oh, I do it a couple of times. Pay attention. This is where they had us looking. But do you see what I mean? Okay. Here is Austin. He keeps rocking back and forth. You see him? It looks like he's rocking back and forth. Then, boom. This image here closes in on Karmelo behind. Can I handle the... I don't know what that is, smoked out. Karmelo breaks free, goes up the bleachers, turns around and looks, sees what's happening, and then he takes off down the stairs. Now, the reason I turned everybody's attention to here is because this supports that this is Austin, because Austin falls down the bleachers, and then you see the twin go over there to him. And then Karmelo is running down the track. Now, this is from the 4K view of the regular video. Okay, you can see it there. All right. In this portion, watch right here. This is where Austin is. He's standing up. He's going behind his brother. Watch Austin and Karmelo pop out. They're going to pop out right there. They pop out. You see Austin over Karmelo. You see Austin is standing there. I don't know if he's holding his chest. I don't know if everybody knows what's going on. You see Karmelo run back over there. You see multiple people's arms are moving. And then you see Austin fall down the stairs and Karmelo is running for his life. So now, if I'm a juror and I happen to come across this video and see this, I'm going to feel like I was hoodwinked. He's literally running for his life. We don't know what was being said under that tent because multiple people perjured themselves when they got on the stand who were supposed to be witnesses. After seeing this and after observing all that I observed, I believe Eddie Parra put his hands on Karmelo. And that's why Eddie was trying to back himself away from Carmelo Anthony. Because in that immediate moment, he took a stance against him. From the minute that Austin and Karmelo got into it, Eddie was no longer Carmelo's friend, not even his associate. Eddie turned on him and picked a side. If you've read the police report, then you know that Eddie told the police that he did not know Carmelo Anthony, but another student told the police officers that Carmelo was a friend of Eddie Parra's. So people under that tent knew that Eddie and Carmelo were friends. And Eddie backpedaled on that stand. And this is why we need to have conversations with our children about their friends, because I'm quite sure Eddie showed some signs that Karmelo probably overlooked, just like we all do when we have our friends. We want to see the best in them. We don't want to believe the worst in them. But sometimes the person who will snake you the most is the person who's sitting closest to you. And we need to teach our children that. I'm going to read a little bit more of your comments, and then I think that's going to do it for this video. Let me ask y'all a question. Did this change anyone's perspective of things watching this video? Seeing that the actual incident is on film and that it did take place, but we still can't see it clearly? But now that you know where they had us looking is not where we should have been looking, does that now change a lot of people's minds? Because a lot of people were saying, I was one of them. I don't see him getting jumped. I'm eating crow now. Because I see him being hit, pushed, pulled, shoved, something by at least 2 different people, maybe 3, after the situation happened with Austin. Okay, you're saying he was set up. It's everything I see. He needs a new trial. I agree. Why didn't adults or coaches or somebody break it up? Because they were too busy on the field elsewhere. You saw how far Karmelo ran just to get to a coach. They were nowhere near the situation. In this circumstance, they don't see what happened as bullying. Well, kids testified to Austin and Hunter being bullies. Kids testified to that. Okay. Any other time, no tolerance for bullying. That part. Me Too, Henny, is self-defense. Absolutely, it would be considered self-defense at the very least. At the very least, I would say, I'm not a lawyer though. I would say reckless endangerment. Maybe manslaughter. But that baby was definitely attacked by more than one person. And why he was saying he put his hands on me and I told him not to is because Austin got stabbed. Karmelo was scared. He was getting ready to go to jail. He'd never been to jail before. This little black boy stabbed a white boy in his chest. He stabbed a white boy. He was terrified. You as a grown-ass adult, I don't care how big, bold, tough you try to talk and act. Do something to a white person and see how scared you get. Do it in the Jim Crow South and see how scared you get. I don't give a damn how tough you are. There's a shiver that'll go up your damn spine. You might not give a damn because you may feel justified in whatever it is that you did, and you may be willing to go sit and take your time to do your time. But the moment that it happens, you're going to have a shiver go up your spine. If anything, it's the coaches and the school's fault. Karmelo should have been protected. All of them children should have been protected. Those children are supposed to be supervised. They was left unsupervised, unattended, and an altercation happened and someone lost their life. Okay? The Metcalf should sue the damn school. While you bullshitting, they should sue the school and the coaches as individuals. If it was mine, I would. Because where was the supervision at? Did you answer my question? I didn't if you did. What was your question, Angela? I'm sorry. Let me see. They should have got a staff member. That was completely avoidable. I agree with you. Somebody should have got a teacher. Breakfast burgers are delicious. They are, but I mean, damn. Must what I eat for the day be the topic of conversation every time I say something that people don't like? Sheesh. Yes, my mind was changed the moment I seen that yellow fabric go up. That made me rewind a little further back. That's how you see the entire thing. He needs a new trial. I agree. Can't they sue the coaches or security guards? They should. They should. I'm standing with Karmelo. I'm standing with Karmelo. Okay? And that makes me question the police report timeline. They could have gotten there. They couldn't have gotten there so fast. That's something that I've been saying too. I've never known the police to get there within 1 to 2 minutes unless they was right round the corner. Mimi says reckless homicide. That's another possibility. But again, I'm not a lawyer, so I can't speak to that. He don't deserve 35 years. That's what I was stuck on. If he was defending himself. I agree with you, Rock My Baby. 35 years? Hell no. They got trees and ropes ready. You better, I know what you're responding to when I said you do something to one of these white folks in the Jim Crow South and see if a shiver don't go up your spine. You are absolutely right, Lifeboy TV. They got ropes and trees readily available. Okay? I'm standing for Karmelo, and I knew he was jumped the whole time. Free him. Free. He was being bullied. Hey, Kristen. Oh, I like this picture of you. Yeah, and if they wanted to not seem biased, then they should have charged the other two with manslaughter as well, because their actions led to Austin's death. I agree. Other people should have went down for this too. I'm on the side of self-defense from day one. I'm glad you can show others because they said people were lying. Listen, I felt like it was self-defense regardless, okay? I've always felt like it was self-defense. Yes, I know. He should not have had a knife at the school, but we will never know why he had that knife because he never got a chance to speak on the stand. There's a lot of questions that people have that cannot be answered because he was not on the stand. He did not take the stand. He did not get to speak for himself and explain his state of mind, his state of emotion. Why? He couldn't. I want to know if him and the Metcalfs have a history together. Okay? I want to know if Eddie knew that they had a history together. I want to know if Eddie called him under the tent on purpose. I'm not saying Eddie called him under the tent on purpose to stab Austin, but I want to know if Eddie called him under the tent just being malicious and devious. Because now Eddie don't have a wholesome track record. You can't put wholesome next to Eddie's name because there was nothing honorable about what he did. There was nothing honorable. And the crazy thing about it is, I don't know what Eddie's ethnicity is, but we know that Eddie is not black. And I'm going to go here for a second. I don't give a fuck who don't like what I'm about to say. We don't know what Eddie's parents are saying behind closed doors. We don't know how Eddie's parents feel about people of color. We don't know those private conversations. We don't know if Eddie's parents told him, you better not side with Karmelo. You better side with them Metcalfs. We don't know, right? But what we do know is, regardless to what happened, Eddie pulled a coward's move on day one. When he told the police that he didn't know Karmelo, he already started distancing himself. But you want to know the first move he made to distance himself was when that altercation popped off. Number one, he never intervened to try to stop it. Number two, he never ran to go get an adult. Number three, I believe Eddie is one of the people that put hands on Karmelo after the situation with Austin. And then we get into the police report. So in my eyes, those are three things that Eddie did that showed he was distancing himself from this situation from the jump. Eddie perjured himself on that stand, and there needs to be consequences for that. But anyway, I want to thank you all for tapping in and tuning in with me for this video. Hopefully this was enlightening. Hopefully it gave you another version of the video that you're able to see something. I know I wish that I had the equipment to 1000% enhance all of this so that we could see it crystal clear like you and I. But I don't have that equipment. Unfortunately, I'm just a woman on a podcast. But we were able to see that there was more to this video than we were being directed to pay attention to. And I bet you when they released this video, they weren't expecting anybody to really pay attention to everything. But we did. I don't know if anybody else has seen this, has pointed this out or not. If they have, shout out and salute to them. I know I just did. And I hope that you will share this video out, help bring eyes to it so that people can know we've been looking in the wrong place. Happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there in the chat. I hope that you got some good barbecue. Okay. I hope that you got more than some boxers and ties and some punana for Father's Day. I hope that your day was a day that was fulfilling. I hope all of you enjoy the rest of your evening. Love is always love, y'all. I'll see y'all the next time.